Oh, good afternoon. It's obviously a very warm weather here, and we're going to be doing our second last call on taking responsibility for our well-being through the principles of core alignment, and we're focusing on movement. So Lynne is going to lead us in the session.
Hello. Yes, and so my internet says that it's unstable, so I hope that you can hear everything I say. So so we are going to be doing this next conversation on creating more movement and flow in our lives through the principles of core alignment. And the question for today is, if you had magic slippers, what would they look like? Or what might they look like? So I'm Lynn, and I am in Wausau Lake, East Kootenays. Just arrived here today, and if I had magic slippers, well, they would be this really stretchy kind of leather. They'd be really comfortable, and I'd be able to put them on, and I'd be able to click my heels together and jump up like, if I wanted to. All right, Madeline?
I'm Madeline. I'm in Calgary, Alberta. And if I had magic slippers, what would they look like? They would look like, oh, I don't know. I have a fancy thought about them being those curled up the toes with little bells on them that, with cool material, made of cool material and really comfortable. That's what mine would look like.
Very cool. I hope you guys heard that, because they were magic. I didn't know what they were because it froze. They're in the magical realm. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I'm Dawn Marie, and I am in Sacramento, California. And if I had magical shoes, they would be red patent leather shoes with a little bit of a heel, with a lot of cushion on the toes. And they would just feel like you walking on heaven.
Cool. Olive?
My name's Olive. I'm in Walker Lake, Saskatchewan. I'm going to go with the traditional ruby red slippers that Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz. That's what I'd have.
Cool. How about you, Lorraine?
I'm Lorraine, and I'm in Wausau, British Columbia, in the East Kootenays. If I had my magic slippers, I was looking at the pointed toe ones that Madeline was doing, but I'm going to have my magics are going to be gold with wings on them.
Ooh.
And so I can fly.
Oh, there you go. Cool.
Can you imagine that?
Yes. Wouldn't that be good? Little wings. Yes, for sure. Awesome. Well, yes, we are going to be looking at this analogy of Dorothy, and we were talking about the Wizard of Oz some conversations back. So what we're going to be doing today is reminding ourselves of the information that we've gathered over the past few weeks together, over these past 3 or 4 conversations. And we are going to, look at our core alignment and what we are, as we are standing more in our truth. So what do you remember when you stood in Walt Disney's shoes from our conversation back then? Lorraine?
What do I remember? I think it was just what I remember saying that it was going to be Dorothy, because she was a problem solver, and she always found solutions, and she knows she had a destination, and she was finding ways to get to her destination.
Right. Yeah. And what about you, Olive? What do you remember with the Walt Disney conversation that we had?
I remember admiring Walt Disney's persistence, in that he didn't always have popular opinions, and he was challenged a lot, but he stood by his beliefs.
Yeah. How about you, Madeline?
I think that stick-to-itness is also what I remember. And I remember Olive saying, "Is that really a word?" And you know, it is, because I looked it up afterwards, and it really is.
Stick-to-itness?
Oh, good.
Stick-to-itness is in the dictionary.
Is it?
Yeah, it really is.
Is that like steadfast, maybe?
So, yeah, so just sticking to his guns kind of deal. Yeah.
Cool, awesome. How about you, Dawn Marie?
When I think about what that conversation was, I think that Walt Disney must have had a lot of patience, because even with wanting to create some type of animation, he had to have a bigger vision and he had to have patience to see that vision come to life.
Right, yes, that the patience, the persistence, the imagination.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what is it that you each want to master from our conversations? I know that we kind of looked at what we were mastering, so what would you like to master? Dawn Marie?
I would like to master what Lorraine has. She has that ability to tackle a project, and even though it may not be in her wheelhouse, she stays with it until she gets the job done. She's very persistent. She doesn't give up. I want to be like her when I grow up.
I just won't give you the bone. I'm gonna hang on to the bone.
Yes.
There you go. How about you, Madeline?
I would say, well, the stick-to-itness, that it's very, very true. It's the not caring what others are doing or saying or having an opinion about, but just sticking to what it is that you are focusing on, and remaining steadfast in that. I think that's what I want to achieve more of.
Uh-oh, she froze.
Oh,
There you are. Awesome. How about you all?
I think what I've focused on is knowing when to stick to it and knowing when to say, no, maybe that wasn't a good idea from the beginning, and going in another direction.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I get sometimes too. It's like, okay, maybe I just need to relax here, go with the flow. How about you, Lorraine?
Geez, I should have reviewed the videos that we talked about this. Well, right at
No, we're
this
going with what's the first thing that
thing
comes
that-
up. It's
well,
all
the first
there in
thing-
the
the
memory bank.
well, and it's in the moment too. I think I would master just being what I'm doing now to the best of my physical ability. And if I need help, I'll have to reach out for help if I have to twist an arm to help me. So that's
Yeah,
what,
same with
you know,
me.
because I got excited about ideas, and I think it's very doable, and it feels comfortable for me. So it's just being physically able to do what I've said I would like to do.
Got it. Got it. And what is the story that you are telling yourself that, you know, of you helping you getting more of what you want? What story is coming up for you?
You asking me?
Yep, we'll go with you. I'm going to go this way now, and then I'll go this way.
The story I'm telling myself is keep going, get it organized so that, you know, no matter how it will turn out, I'll just be there and show up.
Cool. How about you, Olive?
What story am I telling myself, or what story am I telling others?
Well, what story are you hearing, either from yourself or from others, that it's helping you getting more of what you want in your life?
I think a big part of my story at the age I'm at, I'm 69, I can't do everything. myself that I used to be able to do. So my story is that I am learning to ask for help, and it's not easy. Sometimes I try it myself and then realize, oh no, I can't do that. I need help.
Got it. How about you, Madeline?
The story I am telling myself, well, the story I need to tell myself is quit worrying about everybody else and start worrying about myself and just do what I want to do. Because it's really a distraction where knowing that I don't need to be looking after anybody else but me, really. And I tend to get swayed thinking that I do and I don't. That's all. So that understanding.
Got it. How about you, Dawn Marie?
The story that I keep telling myself is that I made it this far living the life that I live and doing what I'm doing. And I want to keep on being able to do that. And that means I've got to stay healthy. I've got to stay away from drama. I've got to stay away from toxicity. I just have to be in a place where I can remain at peace. Then I'm able to stay more focused to do the things that I know that I can do.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, the story that I tell myself often is there's always more going on than what I think and see.
Yes, exactly.
And if I can remember that instead of doing something else. So we're in a magical kingdom here and where all things are possible. So there's endless amounts of money, there's endless amounts of time, and there's no obstacles. So let's create a magic recipe to get us each to where it is that we want to go.
She's frozen again. Yeah, she's
Really help you.
yeah, you froze a little bit there.
Yeah, what ingredients do you think we should add? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Dawn Marie?
I would add perseverance. Just adding maybe a little bit more, doing what I say that I'm going to do and not putting it on the back burner.
That was a really good ingredient because we froze the screen.
Perseverance.
What's that?
Perseverance.
Perseverance. That's right. How about you, Madeline?
I'm gonna say that stick-to-itness. That's the big key for me. Just
Yeah.
sticking to it. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Olive? Yeah.
I'm going to go with self-confidence. I think that's a big factor in any decision making, is to be confident in my decision.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you. And how about you, Lorraine?
I'm going to say a little sprinkle of magic.
Okay, there we go. So we have
some energy that will come to just to be there, like some miracle, a little magic.
Little magic, yeah, totally. Yeah, some of that self-confidence, the stick-to-itness, and a little bit of little fairy dust or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you hearing as you are seeing this happen in front of us? Lorraine?
What am I hearing?
As you're seeing this happen in front of us.
I think it's, gee, you're good.
Good.
Keep going. Oh no, she's frozen again.
Oh.
She has an unstable internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feed.
So
At least she froze with a smile.
Yeah. How about you, Olive?
Oh gosh. I better get you to repeat the question. My mind has wandered off to all sorts of adventures.
Yeah, yeah. So what do we hear as we are seeing this happening in front of us?
Okay. I am hearing to be confident in myself and to do new things. Yeah, to be confident. Yeah, that's it.
How about you, Madeline?
I'm hearing birds chirping and creeks flowing and a whole bunch of nice cool breeze blowing.
Nice, nice. How about you, Marie?
I have to say a belief. I have a friend who always says, borrow someone else's belief until your belief becomes what you want it to be. So I'm going to believe that all things are possible.
So, yes, that's a beautiful one. What I'm hearing is the sound of the fan sucking the warm air out and creating more coolness here. I like those fantastic fans because they draw all the hot air out. It's pretty cool. So, well, we're creating this magic recipe and we can say things to remind ourselves of this all the time and every day. So what will you say to remind you to take you here again? Madeline?
I will say just be doing, not be thinking too much. Just be doing it. Don't
doing it.
analyze it. Yeah.
Cool. How about you, Dawn Marie?
What I will say is I've been so blessed and fortunate to have this time with you ladies on Monday afternoons. I look forward to it. And it's almost like it's like my own personal time to really be authentic and to really, hear what others are saying and weigh it out and see if I can incorporate what I'm hearing into my life. And so I'm just grateful that I get to spend this 30 minutes with you all.
How about you, Olive?
Um, I think I'm just going to echo what Dawn Marie said, that I'm going to think on, I think I've said this at other times, if I wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, I say, well, what do my wellness call ladies say? What would they do?
Oh, dear.
Yay, this is so exciting. I'm excited. How about you, Lorraine?
And what was the question?
What will you say to remind you to take you here again?
Well, I think just let it flow and let it be and not sweat over small things.
Cool. Awesome. Well, so I'm gonna invite you to stand up if you want. You don't have to, but we're gonna be using our feet, okay?
Oh.
So you can create this magic recipe and go to this place anytime you want. You can say this statement, be doing it, be blessed. I'm blessed. Let
Yeah.
it flow. And what was, oh geez, like one more. What was the other one? Anyways, so you can say that statement anytime you want to remind yourself. So what I'd like you to do is say that statement that you shared, and I want you to click your heels together and say it out loud.
I'm gonna sit down.
You can sit down and do it too. So you're
Okay, I'm gonna say, don't sweat over small things.
Exactly. So you're gonna click your heels and say, don't sweat over small things. Let's let it flow. I'm blessed. Just be doing it. So you can click your heels anytime you want. And this is a magical thing. So just so you know, anytime you can click your heels. there is something in our physiology that actually helps to connect the brain. It's actually a physiological neuromuscular thing with our heels. So I click my heels in the middle of the night often. And I'm going, what the hell is going on here? Anyways, so can you see times in the future where perhaps needing to stand up and say your statement and click your heels?
I can just see us, walking down the street and all of a sudden everybody, okay, you make your statement and you're clicking your heels. You might get pulled off to be
You might,
examined.
yeah. It's truly a magical thing. So what will you take with you from this conversation until we talk again? Dawn Marie?
Wow. I'm going to take clicking my heels together.
Mhm.
Whenever I come up against something that I think that I cannot do, my heels.
Cool.
Oh,
How about you,
dear.
Madeline?
I'm gonna remember that there's magic everywhere, and that's in the clicking of the heels and in the what you want and in the conversation.
Mm, mhm. And
Oh,
when the
dear.
internet breaks up too, right?
Yeah, yeah, there's magic
How about you,
there.
Olive?
I am going to incorporate clicking your heels into the exercise class I lead on Fridays. We do some heel clicking.
Nice. And
Oh,
Larry?
dear. I think the spontaneousness of just all of a sudden stopping and clicking your heels and in the middle of a crowd,
Yeah.
if you're in the middle of a grocery store or something like that, where do I find the ketchup?
Exactly. Where did I put that thing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
How am I gonna do this?
Oh, dear. You have to give us some feedback what the reaction of the
Well,
people
I would
around
be
you.
curious. It would be curious to know as you practice it and you find times that you want to do it. I particularly find times that really, it really helps me, especially when I'm in a place where I am completely, out there, I'll call it.
Mhm. Okay.
So, and I just think, what would Kate say? She'd say, click your heels together. And so I do. And then whatever it does, I don't know what it does, but something changes. So it's all good. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to click my heels right now. Got some water flowing here. So what will you take with you for the rest of your life? Lorraine?
What will I take for the rest of my life? I think that just the enjoyment of these videos. I often go back and listen to some of our conversations, and it's very heartwarming to listen to what we get out of it, even if it sounds silly and doing, but
Yeah.
that's what I'll take.
Awesome. How about you, Olive?
I will take that whatever whatever I am desiring from life or needing from the universe is attainable. Just have to believe in yourself and click your heels.
Yeah. Madeline?
I will take, well, certainly the magic, and recognizing that finding out what you don't want is on the way to finding out what you do want. So to have that discernment, I think someone was talking about the discernment of, decisions sometimes, but that can be just as valuable. So I'll remember that.
Awesome. Dawn Marie?
What I will take away is the fact that trusting the process and believing that all things are possible, because I really had to enter into this space with you all, not knowing you and not knowing what the outcome was going to be, but just trusting in the fact that even though I may think that it's not good for me, if I trust it, it will be good for me.
So that's beautiful. What I take with me is, well, a couple things came up for me. trusting the process has always been something that I have said from the moment.
Uh-oh.
Rose.
It's almost finished. Come on back, come on back.
Click your heels, everybody.
Did I freeze?
Yes.
We all clicked our
There you
heels.
go.
and you can
We were
go.
clicking our heels.
Anyways, the other thing I take with me is just the blessing that this work is, and that Dorothy, that's how Dorothy got back home. She clicked her heels and she just
Mhm.
got back home. All she had to do is click her heels
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
get right back to where home is, and home is where the heart is, and home is, you know, in our in each one of us. So that's kind of what I take as that reminder. So thank you for showing up. We have one more,
Good.
and
And then
Yeah.
we'll take a summer break.
mhm.